I was an optician making eyeglasses in Vietnam. I was making eyeglasses in the Army, and then I got sent to Vietnam, and I was making eyeglasses over there in Vietnam for the soldiers. My wife and I, we have a home in California where her mom lived. Now, she has now passed away, but we were getting a lift from Lodi, California, back to the Sacramento airport, and he was a veteran. And so we started talking a little bit, and he said, "Whoa, wow, you were in Vietnam. Well, what's your rating?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, aren't you rated?" I said, "I'm not sure what you're talking about." And we went through the whole thing, and I told him how I'd gotten a lump on my arm, and it was from Agent Orange. And he said, "Oh man, you need to call Trajector." So between February and June is how long it took for you guys to get all this rolling, and now I've got my 10% rating. I've been putting in a claim. My niece's husband was in Afghanistan, a lot younger, and he got something. I don't even know what it was he had, but I think he's probably 100% disability, and so he's rated pretty high. But she kept telling me, "You need to keep pushing this. You had the cancer," and he said, "You need to just." So about 7 or 8 years ago, I started with VA, putting in a claim, and I kept denying, and I was ready to give it up, and thought, this is crazy. I'm done playing this game, going for tests and nothing getting accomplished except saying sorry, denied, and that was it. So I figured I would do one more chance with Trajector. I played the game for a long time. I went here, went there. I mean, I tried everything. I wasn't going to mess with anything else. So I figured, okay, forget it. I've had enough. And,
Yes.
I really went, so the cancer showed up. I'm not sure what you need to know on this, but it showed up like 20 years later. I had a bump on my right arm, and I showed it to my doctor, and he said, "I want you in my office on Monday." So they started doing tests, and they said, it's tumor and it's cancerous. We need to remove the arm. That was what they told me. And so they sent me to an oncologist, and he said, "Well, let's take a look." So they were drawing on my arm where they were going to remove it, amputate it. And he said, "Well, we got two options here." And one of them was I could do the surgery and chemotherapy. But I never thought anything about Agent Orange. I never connected the dots. And that was back in 88 when this started. So, I just went through all the insurance on my own through my own company, did the surgery, did the chemotherapy, and I've been clean ever since. So I've just kind of said, well, it's just cancer. It happens to people, and I left it go. So I really didn't do anything until about 7 or 8 years ago. That's when the claims all started with the VA, and they kept deny until I got hold of you guys. I mean, I guess they knew the ropes, what to do. So I think that was one of the big things that helped get it through. I think Tractor just knew the loops that I didn't know. They helped me on a couple of different things. If I had tried everything and I was just done.
Mhm.
And whatever they did, I mean, I couldn't even tell you the process, but I had a lot of phone calls with your people, and I went through a few different tests and stuff. And I don't know, but they just seemed to get to the right people, the right kind of forms. They were all very, very helpful, very patient with me. And I was very happy with the whole thing. The whole process has been painless. So I do appreciate all the help and support. And I have told a few people about it. So now it's just, waiting to get the right veteran that says they're tired of fighting with the VA. So I'm very happy with the whole process. They did a nice job as far as I'm concerned. And after 7 or 8 years, I'm finally getting my first payment. So now I'm very happy. Thank you so much.